have we been conditioned to the point where happiness turns into fear, and that makes us miserable to chase our dreams, our goals, and ambitions and our passions because we're so afraid of falling on our ass a couple times, messing it up, saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing. It's not going to look perfect. It's going to be messy. We're vividly vocal. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Vividly Vocal, the podcast for the ones finding their voice again. I'm your host, the Vividly Vocal podcast video vixen, the mermaid mistress of ceremonies, Aeryana. And today I'm going to address a very large, very rotund elephant in the room because if you notice, this is the end of my about 9 or 10 month hiatus from the Vividly Vocal podcast. And, before we proceed with this season, I just wanted to be very clear and transparent and have some respect for the returning audiences about where I've been, why I just deuces up and left, and had to take some much needed time off. And also going along with this, I want to talk about how some of us have been conditioned to fear happiness. But the primary reason I took this time off was because I had to reconcile some things with myself. My past, my present, and my future were all running at the same time. And I had to take a moment. You know how they say pack light, for a trip you're having. Hey, don't pack too much, pack light. It's going to weigh you down. That is exactly what I felt. I had to address some things in my past so that I can fully live in the present and progress in my future. I was mourning a lot of endings of things, who I was before, and seeing life move on. Everybody's moving their own directions, and I had to come to terms with that. I was doing a lot of mourning. I was mourning everything, like realizing what the world was or what I thought it was is not what it is. And the ending of this podcast, going from a duo to solo, like this podcast didn't start as a solo project. It was something that me and my best friend, that one of our favorite hobbies to do together, we came together and created this thing I had so much fun doing, that I loved participating in and creating and talking about our lives and connecting with the audience. And it was just so much fun, this little community that we created. And then it became just me. And I don't mean that to say like, oh, I was abandoned. That's not what I mean. Sometimes, life, sometimes you go in two separate directions and it just happens that way. It happens abruptly. Sometimes it happens suddenly. And I really had to reconcile with myself because I felt as though I couldn't do this on my own. I felt like, and me and J. Marie, we still talk very often, but, she's working on her projects and stuff like that. She's a creative. She has so many wonderful things going on, and I kind of had to mentally reprogram myself to go from, okay, I'm talking to someone here in front of me. Okay, now I'm just talking to the screen, the audience, the people behind it. But I like talking to people face to face because sometimes I sit here and I just go, but I love this so much. And there was a point where I loved it so much that I was afraid of ruining it. I was afraid of messing it up. I was afraid of, like, somebody is going to see I'm a fraud and they're going to point it out. And also I went through a really, really bad like writer's block too. So I was jotting down notes every single day. I thought about this every day. I mean, every single day. I have like 300 notes in my phone right now. So I was just but none of it was coming together to make an episode. But I had to get in the groove of creating, of the things that I want to create and not being so rigid in what it should look like and here's how it's going to present, And I just invested so much time, energy, money. I invested some money into this. And I was like, I'm going to, like, in the back of my mind, I was just so anxious that I was going to mess it all up. I was going to ruin it. Like, I was going to destroy it somehow by doing the wrong thing or taking the wrong step or saying the wrong thing. But, I just fell into a cycle of going to work every day, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. And I would look at my recording stuff and I'd be like, I don't have it in me today. I don't have it in me today. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. But then at some point, something clicked like, why am I running from the thing that makes me so, so, so happy? Like, have we been conditioned so much to the point where happiness turns into fear? And that makes us miserable to chase our dreams, our goals, and ambitions and our passions because we're so afraid of falling on our ass a couple times, messing it up, saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing. It's not going to look perfect. It's going to be messy. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. But I really had to reconnect with number one, well, connect for the first time with myself. I really had to give myself permission to step away, look at myself honestly, like, had to tell myself, self, there's no audience. There's no person here watching you. Nobody's over your shoulder. It's just me, you, and this journal right here. What do you feel? What do you think you should do? What do you need? What do you need from me the most? And I had to give myself full permission to just be, like, to investigate, look at all these wounds with no, like, judgment, like, no, ew, like, none of that. It's not a linear, clear cut, like, clean and cute process, like, healing, like, is ugly, like, it really is ugly, like, and I mean that in the most, like, transformational, like, in a way, it's like a beautiful sadness to it, like, you're breaking yourself and you're stitching yourself back together. And piece by piece, I was putting myself back together, and I'm not done. I'm not done yet, but I'm to the point where I can sit here before you and push forward with confidence in myself and what I'm here to do. And I had to really reconnect with, like, why I do this, because number one, I love connecting with people through the internet. I love giving a voice to feelings that people have felt but have not seen spoken. And I love every single one of you who takes their time to sit here and listen to me yap, 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 yap. And I really love the people who send in, like, the advice emails at askvvpod@gmail.com. But, I really wanted to, through this process of me discovering myself and freeing myself, I hope that you can discover parts of yourself that haven't been explored as well. And that's all I want to do. If I can touch one person, pause. If I can touch one person, that's enough. If I can get one view and make somebody's day, that is enough. I've fulfilled my purpose, and that is enough. But anyway, happy third birthday, Vividly Vocal. I hope I make you proud. See y'all later.